football, they're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Here's Johnson. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Fielded at the 33. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without
a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Allen going to throw, and his throw is incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
To return is Taylor.
We got this.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Mayfield on 1st down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Set. 180. Real. 6-6. Pull it high.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Seibert's kick is good. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Check.
Throwing now is Allen. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He's going to go deep for Beasley. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now this throw caught left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen now throwing again. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. On first down, Allen. And an incomplete pass. Stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in defense.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he's going to have the connection to Foster. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Allen to throw once more. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Let's go.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's caught by Aguilar. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So after the INT, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one.
And I think the ball's out.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Middle.
Now Johnson. Get this this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Allen. Completes it to Aguilar. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Here we go. 44.
Allen now on first down. And he finds Tyler Kroft. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
No. Check round 80. 52 right here. 52. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Hey, tight.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Browns' 11-yard line.
52's the mic. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
To Johnson again. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
Go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want...
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, alert!
Mayfield drops it off for Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Take 4. Hey, switch gears.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurry!
Mayfield to throw it. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mayfield now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And Oliver able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. Back to throw. That one complete to Yeldon. And he's got this down to the 35. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He finds Yeldon. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll make it 2nd down. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So it all rests now on the left foot of Giorgio Tavecchio. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it all rests now on the left foot of Giorgio Tavecchio. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And this kick is not gonna get there. It's short and no good.